I was thinking the other day, one of the things that we can do in conjunction with go to the energyislovepodcast.com and listen to all episodes ever that were ever. We're coming up on 200, by the way. One of the things that we could do is highlight shit that we are. That we are partaking during the intro for this podcast too. Like,
okay. What do you mean?
For example, John Krasinski's Some Good News. Go to YouTube and search out his Some Good News.
Okay.
So just stuff that we are consuming and that we're interested in, and that way people have something else in conjunction during the intro. Just a thought. So do you have anything to add into this intro?
Well, I will this time, but then that means I won't next time.
Okay.
Go to Fender and get 3 months of Fender Play and start rocking out on the guitar like we are.
I think they're done with the 3 months, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
I saw another thing that popped
you?
up. So I had a friend that just signed up. She couldn't find it at first. And then, so I thought it was over because she only saw the 2 weeks and then said she found it. And then I saw an ad come across. So they might be rebooting it again.
Nice.
So check it out. Even if it's 14 days, that's all you need to get hooked.
So in between episodes of this podcast that you can find at every frackin' burpee podcasting platform available, in between episodes, go do those other things that we recommend. Yeah. On today's episode 190 something, I think it is actually just 190.
190?
I could be wrong.
I could be right.
But on this episode, we recount many. Actually, this is the first episode that we do. I don't know actually what we're going to do.
I don't know where you're going with any of this.
So let's find out. Sound good?
It's a mystery.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's a mystery. Here we go.
You're listening to the Energy is Love podcast.
Energy is love.
The Energy is the Love podcast.
The Energy is Love podcast.
Energy is love.
The Energy is Love podcast.
The podcast for the universe.
The Energy is Love podcast.
Gnats.
Bane of our existence.
I think there's some places that don't know what gnats are.
I don't. Yeah? Let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
I think what just happened there, they followed us.
I feel like they're
on our bodies.
I feel like they're a Utah thing. They might not be a Utah thing, but I'm feeling like they're a Utah thing. What do you think?
I don't think that's accurate, but I could be wrong.
Gnats, spelled G-N-A-T, are tiny little motherfucking bugs that
attacked us today.
Pop up in the middle of the spring/summertime. They're usually in the springtime. So right about now is when they're coming to fruition from the ether. Wouldn't it be funny if it's like there's this big opening in the universe? Like when the bad guys, the alien movies, when the space-time continuum splits open and aliens come through this portal. What if that's what gnats were? Like this space-time continuum opens in the universe and then gnats come swarming through. What if they're...
That's crazy.
Yeah, this isn't factual.
Well, you never know.
But yeah, you're right. You never do know. I hate them.
I hate them.
They are the bane. What do you have to there, babe?
Well, I was trying to find facts on gnats.
On gnats? You doing some gnat research?
What do gnats hate? They hate
Fucking
the smell
people.
of vanilla. So I should have put vanilla instead of coconut in my hair today. You got gnat on your eye.
I know. I got gnats everywhere.
Yeah. They hate the smell of vanilla. You can apply vanilla repellent over the exposed areas of your body to make sure they are not attacked by gnats. Oh,
Mental note.
It says to make the repellent, you need to buy pure... Oh, crap. My phone went away. Looks like pure vanilla extract. Well, that's awesome.
Let's...
What do mosquitoes like, though? Did you turn yourself into a mosquito buffet?
This is episode 190.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm checking real quick.
Oh, okay.
So then at least it's legit. Because it's important.
Is it going to be called What's Gnats Got to Do with It?
That's
got
funny.
To do with it.
That's actually
funny.
Really good.
Thank you.
No, we're going to do an entire episode on
kill
gnats.
gnats.
This is the Nat 101 episode.
We got attacked. We're a little bitter.
We did get attacked. It was worth it, though.
It was so
went and had a
much
fun adventure
fun.
today. So, dear, I've got a couple of things on my list.
Oh, good.
But I want to remind you that not long ago, I think it was the episode before the episode with Maddie, so 2 episodes ago,
Okay.
we talked about how we were going to be real.
Yeah.
And we were going to get real. And
Okay.
this was going to be a real, faux real podcast.
Wait, faux? Because faux is fake. So
No.
faux real? So
No.
fake real?
Like, the intensity of the realness is full real.
I know what you mean. I make jokes when I get nervous or I'm uncomfortable, and they're always really classy.
So I've got some real things
Okay.
to talk about, but I don't know if you do. Do you have some?
I'm not sure what your plan there is. Are you trying to pawn me off as not having real stuff, or are you trying to avoid the real stuff that you have?
I'm trying to avoid the real stuff that I have.
You know where I'm going to go.
Yeah. Real quick before we get to the real stuff. Next week, on next week's episode, we are going to attempt our first, not live episode. It's definitely not going to be live, but we are going to start recording some of these episodes for you folks that want to watch us on YouTube. And I was just thinking, look at the lilacs over there, babe.
We've got bees.
Okay.
Look at all of them in our tree. They're honeybees. Are those honeybees?
Yeah.
Yay! We need to get a hive and let them live. We've got a ton of honeybees. They're looking for a home. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Maybe next door has honey.
Oh, look at all those honeybees.
Pollinating, doing their thing.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, squirrely squirrelson.
Oh, but now I'm happy.
Look at the lilacs.
Ooh.
I think that might be the backdrop for our live episodes
That's beautiful.
when we record outside.
Yes, I like it.
We'll have to pick the right time of day, but I think that'll work.
I love those. Those are so pretty.
Anyways,
I really like lilacs.
next week, that should be a thing where you can go watch us on
everywhere.
YouTube. We've done everything I think that we need to, as far as I can remember. And,
I haven't done anything, so I'm glad that you've taken care of shit.
So stay tuned for that. So we're getting real.
We're getting real?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are
Excuse me.
also drinking, which helps with the getting of the real.
Well, how many have you had?
That's literally one.
Okay, well, I don't think that's enough to help. I'm like 3 sips in. I don't suddenly feel like talking.
Yeah, that was one beer.
Okay, well, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Are you okay?
I am okay.
Okay.
We had... What?
I was just thinking, well, it has been a lovely day, so...
We have had a wonderful day.
Yeah, so...
I'm not going to talk about the wonderful day.
I know. I'm like, well, it's been good. We've had a few consistent good hours, so...
It's been a good day.
It has been.
Just because we're going to talk about things that are hard and things that are difficult to talk about.
Okay.
Think about the things that you don't want to talk about on the podcast, the things that are happening to us right now and that we're experiencing and going through, and then those are the things that we should talk about.
Well, this isn't where you're going, but something that's real that's happening. It's my dad's 70th birthday, and I had to drop him stuff and drive away. Couldn't hug grandkid, and it sucked. Wave at my parents through a door, not talk to them, and keep distance. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, that does suck. Have you had enough of it?
Yeah, I've had enough of it, but that doesn't mean I'm willing to, I'm not trying to rush it and put him in danger. Like, I'm ready for it to be over, but I'm not willing to. Yeah. I've had enough of it.
Me too. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to just proceed as normal.
Yeah.
For the most part. But.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's not where you're going,
well,
but.
no, it's.
Happy 70th to my dad.
No, it's good. Happy birthday. I'm going to look at my list because I wrote them down. Okay. Are you ready? These are the 3 reminders for us.
Oh, I love your reminders. Do they make sense to you?
Yeah, they do.
I love it when you forget what you're trying to tell yourself.
So the first one was Crybaby the other night.
Okay.
The next one's Body Hair.
Oh,
and
God.
the third one is Brains Lighting Up Under Different Circumstances.
Let's talk about brains.
That's an easy
That's
one, right?
easy. Let's go there.
No, a few nights ago, right before we went to bed, I don't even remember what set it off. I don't remember what happened. I don't feel like anything happened. But I mean, the last few weeks on this silly podcast, I've talked about the anxiety that I experience and deal with and live with. And I've been very made aware because of circumstances that we are currently living in, how I think easy way to describe it is how slippery of a slope my anxiety can be and is at times, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's debilitating all the time. I don't feel like it's something that I need to be medicated for. I don't feel like any of those things exist. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'll definitely microdose mushrooms if people want to send them, and I'll do that for the anxiety and or consistent amount of edibles.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll happily medicate with that stuff. But I think the earthquake was the big trigger point for me. Because, yes, I can get really freaked out about the pandemic and the quarantining and the sickness and all that kind of stuff. But that doesn't really get me. I think the earthquake was the big part that really got me. And then it's just been highlighted over and over and over again. Anyways, the other night, a couple nights ago, we were getting ready to go to bed. And I don't even remember, like I said, I don't remember what triggered it. I don't remember anything about what was going on or what happened. I just remember what I felt like. And we had just laid down to go to bed. So we're in bed. In our bed, we were laying. And I got so scared, Steph. I don't even know, like, I just felt so, I felt scared to the depth, or not to the depth, that makes it sound like, oh, it's so deep. But I felt scared to the level of, I felt like a little boy. And the sense of like being so scared that you can't do anything. I don't know if you can remember, I'm sure you can, when you're a little kid and you're scared and you're like, I mean, as an adult, you have the ability to like rationally think sometimes where you're like, okay, I'm scared, but I understand. You know what I mean? And
Sometimes.
in fact, if something is really happening, I can do this, that, or the other. But as a kid, sometimes I would get so scared because I don't think you can rationally think things through as well as a child. And then also, like, as a child, you don't have the ability to do anything about it, right? Whereas an adult, something that I'm scared of, I have the ability to do something about. So this was a moment where I was suddenly thrown into the space where I felt so scared, and it felt like I was a little kid again. And I got angry, and I was like twofold. I was angry and frustrated that I was feeling that. I was like suddenly flushed with all this anger of things that like were making me angry at the moment, but it was almost like all of that stuff was just coming up to avoid and disconnect from the like literal scared feeling that I was, having, that I was experiencing. And then I don't remember what you did. You basically just rolled over and went to bed, but it's not like in this bitchy way of, because nothing was going on and we weren't really saying anything.
You weren't saying anything.
You just kind of rolled over and went to bed. And in that moment, I had like this rush of panic where it was like the last thing that I wanted in that moment was to be alone. And when you rolled over is, we sleep in a normal size, king size bed. So it's not like she's gone and disappeared. But in that moment when you rolled over,
I got off my hip. That's all it did. Was get off my hip.
That was like even more triggering of how scared I was, because I felt so much, I just felt really, really alone in that moment. And I had a moment where I wasn't going to say anything, and I was just going to like ride it out and drift off to sleep with this crappy feeling. And then I didn't, and I'm really grateful that I didn't.
Me too.
Yeah, instead I asked you just to hold me. Or I don't even remember what I asked you, but basically you turned back around and I just like curled up on your chest and laid there for a minute. It was so weird, babe. Like, it was such a weird thing because I don't like feeling like that.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that very often, but every now and then it comes up. I'm grateful that I can like go to you, even though it's really, really difficult and hard to do, right?
Yeah.
But I'm really grateful that I can go to you and you can comfort me in some regards and bring me comfort in that space and all those kind of different things. But afterwards, so processing it over the last few days, because I haven't spent a lot of time back in that space kind of processing it, but I have a little bit.
Okay.
And it's just like, like I said, I don't remember what triggered it, but I just remember having just that utter panic and scared feeling. And I'm not doing a good job. Like, you're doing a much better job the last few weeks than I am. I'm not doing a good job with like trying to do anything about my mental and physical health and well-being. I've kind of just I haven't given up by any means, but like I'm just not doing anything, babe. You know what I mean? I feel I'm stuck. I'm definitely stuck. Definitely in a frozen state of fuckery. And I'm kind of pissed off about it. And in my frozen state of fuckery, I wish we could title the episode that. I'm just not processing things very well. And the panic and the anxiety that I do exist in is becoming more obvious, I suppose, is an easy way to say it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's becoming more obvious.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you've noticed?
Well, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Some of the things I've noticed is you have thrown yourself into guitar and you are playing that consistently and improving and making beautiful music. You are like really letting that be therapy. And so that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
You have like, you're fixing things around the house. Fix the faucet. You fixed the leak. You're taking the faucet has been broke for a while, and you decided to fix it recently.
Yeah.
So you're actually. I think the guitar is for you, and I'm grateful. And the faucet is probably for you too, for a point, because it was driving you crazy. But that's for other people. But oh my gosh, I love seeing these honeybees. It makes me so freaking happy.
By the bee.
I'm just so happy to see them.
Maybe the bees have come back out because nobody's driving.
Okay, I don't think you should make fun of that. I'm really, really happy to see them.
It's almost like
Can you hear them?
I think you can hear them if we be quiet for a minute. Tell the people in the podcast to be quiet for a minute. Shh. You can totally fucking hear
You
them.
can hear the buzzing. There's so many in this tree. We are right under the tree, and it is swarming with honeybees, and it's beautiful.
That is cool.
It's beautiful. If we start to see like build.
I'm sorry, build?
Well, I don't know, like
if they naturally build something in
no,
our
they're not
tree?
going to naturally build, but if they like gather, if there's like a swarm of them where it looks like they're trying to, they go looking for. I saw a post on Facebook. I don't know. We'll call Chaz and be like, hey, we've got all these bees. What should we do? I don't know. I would love to have bees. I don't know how to take care of them though, so it would be better to get somebody that does, so they can have a safe space, because I don't want them to get into poison or get eaten by birds. I don't know. Like, they need a safe space. So I love that we get to see this many. So yes, there's that. But back to you.
I was going to say,
which is
do you
where we
remember what
were.
we're talking about?
I do remember. I was just telling you why we're squirreled. So I think you're doing better than you think you're doing.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
That's always the case, I think, with everybody.
But I have not seen this in a while. Like, I see you struggling. And it's gotten to where I've noticed for a little while. I talked to you a little while ago. We had a thing where I kept getting like really mad, and then got to it, and it was because I'm worried about you. I'm really worried about you.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to be forgiving. Not like you need forgiving. That's not what I mean. But that's not the way I'm trying to explain. Like, it's okay.
You're just
like,
trying to be patient with me?
Well, I don't even have to be patient with you. That's not what I mean. Like, trying to not be stressed and like be too worried about you or any of the situation, because what life is right now is confusing and it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that we've ever experienced before. So we don't really know how to do it. We're figuring out how to do it. So when you look at it that way, it's like, yeah, I'm worried about you at this moment, but I know this is not your permanent. I just know this is what's happening right now. And you just said, you think I'm doing better than you? And I'm like, what? I spent like 3 days in bed. I have not been this fucked up in a while. I can't stand to sit in a dark room. I can't stand it. It just makes me crazy. I can't stand to watch movies in the dark. I need light. And I was like, don't open the curtains. And I'm in bed. That's not like me. I didn't, the first day, I don't even think I ate until the evening. I just didn't have enough energy to get out of bed to eat. I didn't care. Like that's like, you think I'm doing better than you? I'm like, okay, babe, we need to assess you then, because like that's not. I'm pushing things just because I can't get. It scares me to be that bad. I haven't been that bad in a long time. That scares me.
Yeah.
I can't have that. I can't be the mom that's in bed. You know.
Yeah.
So.
You're not. You're definitely not.
Well,
I mean, you were for a day or two, but that's okay.
But it keeps happening. It's like today I'm like, oh my God, today was such a good day. And it's like, oh, shh, don't tell it. I don't want anybody here. Like, I'm afraid it'll go away. I'm afraid of the good feeling now.
What's the current thing that you are, I don't want to say focusing on.
You don't get to do that. We're still talking about you.
I know, I'm going to go too.
Okay.
I'm just talking like, what's the current thing that's causing you stress and anxiety?
No.
For me, it's the boy.
He's causing you stress and anxiety?
Oh my God, yeah. I'm so like...
Yeah, he's your outlet. He's not your cause.
No. Yeah, yes and no. I mean, he's definitely my outlet. But, like, I'm afraid of the next... Because that fucking kid's not going back to school till the fall. And I'm like, that's like 4 months from now.
It's longer.
Like, what? No, let's just pretend it's not that much longer. It goes back in September, June, August. They go back in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I think like, yeah, I don't know. We just have to change something in the next week or so because holy shit.
He's feeling this. Not only does he have all the anxiety that we're feeling,
Mm-hmm.
he's picking up on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that kid is a goer. So he doesn't get to hang out with anybody. It's hard. It's hard to be 13, have nice weather, have friends, and not be able to do anything except for hang out with your parents all day. That sucks.
It does suck. And
So
it's
he's
driving him
doing
nuts.
good. The fact that he's starting to get a little pissy, like, I understand.
I try to give him some slack.
Yeah.
And then like, I tell myself, I'm like, I'm going to give him a little bit of slack. I get it, right? It's a tough time, right? So I give him a little bit of slack. And in the very next breath, after I have that thought, he says one more thing. And I'm just like, holy shit, this poor fucking kid's dead. He's just going to die. Because he comes upstairs. And
why don't you just leave me alone?
God.
Let me do what I want.
Yeah. Hey, leave your phone. No, what? Oh
my God.
All of it. So that's causing me, like, seriously, truthfully, that's causing me not just funny stress, but like
stress.
I don't want to be a shitty dad.
Oh.
And right now I'm feeling like I'm a shitty dad.
Oh, really?
And that pisses me off.
You've got ornery.
Yeah.
But you're doing really good. You're taking that kid fishing all the time.
We haven't been fishing for like a week. Because he was pissing me off when we went fishing.
We went on an adventure.
Go sit down and fish for 5 minutes. Shut up and
He couldn't sleep because he was so excited. He compared it with Christmas. He likes going fishing with you. So yeah, is you as a shitty dad? Like, go ahead and be a shitty dad because this is fucking awesome. You're taking care of him. You're spending time with him. You're watching movies with them. You're making them food. You're taking them on adventures.
Yeah, we got to come up with something else.
We do have to come up with something else, but you're not sucking at the dad thing.
Like, I wish that...
I'm sucking at the mom thing. You
I'm
take
not
him fishing
sucking
when
at
I'm
the
in
mom
bed. So.
I'm like, I wish we could build something. Like a...
Oh my God, you should.
Like a shed or...
He wants to build something. He wants something for him out here.
Yeah, but we don't have expendable income to go buy shit. That's the problem.
A fact.
You know?
And it's not like we have any income.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another stressor.
Expendable or like money coming in at all.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're not working at all.
Quick promo for the podcast. If you'd like to donate to Energy's Love Podcast, feel free. It's down at the bottom of the screen at the website. And we used to say that all that money goes right to the podcast. It will not. It's going to go straight to fucking groceries and paying bills. No, we're surviving.
Yeah, we're okay. We had...
Do you need another beer?
No, I guess. I don't know. I'm getting bummy. Yeah, like you're ornery, Craig. But you are more consistently upbeat and in a good mood. Like, you're doing things that are telling me you are fucking stressed.
Like
you
what?
are, like, your brain, you're getting forgetful. You're getting very
I left the
distracted.
keys in the van.
You
the
didn't
other day.
leave the keys in the van, Craig. You left the van running in a closed garage. Now, people, he's not suicidal. He wasn't sitting in the van. Nobody was in the garage, but he left the van running. I walked in there, I was like, what the fuck?
You know, it's so funny.
How do you leave a fucking vehicle running?
When you came in and asked me about it, I literally had no, I'm like, yeah.
Which one of you was driving?
That sounds about right. Because I literally, my brain did not register remembering anything about getting home and, turning the car off or anything like that.
That was the night that you had your little breakdown, too.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the corona brain's a thing, man.
It was definitely a thing.
But it's not the corona brain.
Yeah,
it's
you don't really have
fucking PTSD. It's not PTSD. It's anxiety.
It's anxiety
depression.
that is causing PTSD.
Yeah. It's so shitty.
Yeah. And the fact, with the earthquake and how stressed out that was.
By the way, we had one big earthquake, and since then there's been
Nope.
1,000 fucking earthquakes.
Yeah.
So we're
over
not done.
1,000.
Yeah.
It's been over 1,000. But I think what really, for one, is
But they just call them aftershocks.
Yeah, they just call them aftershocks. The thing that I think fucked you up the most and kind of fucked us all up is I think it would have went very different had we all been home. And then we just had that shaky thing. All of our kids here under one roof, and they were staying here. And we just had that moment, and we didn't have to go anywhere. You weren't trying to track down kids. Everybody was accounted for right here. I don't think it would have messed with us that bad. I think it would have been a thing where ugh. And then we'd have been okay. But that is not what happened. It was panic. You were trying to track down kids. You were stuck in traffic. There was freaking gas at Macor going crazy.
Yeah.
They were saying another one's going to hit, even though that was a stupid people, whatever. They were saying a bigger one. Everything went to shit, and you were stuck in traffic, and you were trying to gather our children. That's going to fuck you up. So it's not just an earthquake, your experience with that. And then me being at home with one kid and having the rest of them out there and you going, that was a different experience. Trying to tell you, oh my God, you're not going to be able to get home this way. Don't go on 201. There's going to gas. You're going to go through this. There's some kind of leak. Don't go there. But you were already routed. But before they said you can't go on I-80 because the bridge is going to fall. So it's either direction you go, you're going to collapse on a bridge or you're going to get gassed out. And by the way, go find our kids that you get. And then they don't even all come out. What the fuck? Goddamn kids. So, yeah. So that caused some things.
You know what's pissing me off too, dear?
What's that?
I'm not doing anything to cope with this in a healthy way.
Right now? Yeah.
It feels like that, right? And I know, you mentioned guitar. And
Guitar's
guitar
healthy.
is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful, beautiful fucking outlet. It is lighting up so many parts of my brain that I'm just super, super jazzed about. I can't not think about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a part of my brain in the back now that is G chord. I feel my fingers. I'm like, my fingers feel all calloused up. And,
yeah.
We were listening to Brandy when we were driving around today. And I love, obviously, listening to her music, but I'm sitting there not secretly, because I was telling you, it's not a secret, but listening for the chords in the background and trying to figure out the rhythm and everything like that. So that is a huge, beautiful, wonderful, healthy thing, and I'm very, very grateful for it.
Huge.
Besides that, I don't feel like I'm doing anything healthy to cope and manage with this experience.
Do we need more than that right now? Can it be that? Can that be enough, the fact that you're doing that? Why is it never enough? No matter what, it's never good enough. You're never doing enough. You're never doing what you need to be doing. You could always be doing better. Can right now, in this fucked up time, can that be enough? For right now. It's not forever, but for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can.
Yeah, it can.
Maybe I'm just being a punk and saying I want an easy way out and want to say it's enough. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if I need to
protect that boy. So what just happened, listeners? Our dog was let out of the house because
by the sun.
By the sun, and I'm just like, oh my God, are you come on?
Who's going crazy? 13 trapped with your parents.
I can't think of a better thing in my life.
Really? Poor fucking kid.
I wouldn't have left my backyard.
This is going to be the summer from hell for him.
Yeah, it's going to go down in history for him for
sure. He is saying he wishes he could go back to school.
Yeah, and that kid hates school.
Hates school. So that's how bad he is. He's like, he hates school. And he's like, I wish I could just go back to school.
I know. I wish we could, like I said, we could build a tree house or even just a shed. We could build a shed to put that lawnmower in. And then that would be something that but
I'm sorry that we didn't end up doing that shit for my massage out back.
oh God, no. Why?
Yeah, why? Because he could have that.
No, okay, we're getting super sidetracked.
No, I like my stuff. I'm saying that with having my massage. Not that I can massage anybody right now. It's my workout room. And I am so glad you're peeing and not shitting, dog.
Oh.
I love you. Go. Don't walk over the
At least
cords.
she wasn't right on the equipment. Thank you, sweet old dog.
I think you're doing really good. And it's
thank
okay
you.
that you're not doing great. That's okay. We
Yeah.
need to be patient with each other.
You're doing amazing as well, my love.
Thank you for saying it that
Yeah,
way.
you totally are. Let's go to the next thing on my list.
Can I have another beer first?
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I've got one down.
Yeah, you're nursing that one. Nice and slow.
Well, otherwise I'm going to be burping the whole podcast. Thank you for not throwing it. Oh, should we talk about?
Talk about what?
I said thank you for not throwing it, and I was seeing me throwing you my phone. And what happened today?
No, we don't need to recount that story.
It was so funny.
Yeah, but they're not going to get it.
Okay.
Oh God, fucking gnats in my face. So the next thing on my list, you got a thingy in the gutter there. Sip your gutter. Do you remember that?
Yes.
When you were kids and you'd share a pop or something together? Did you just burp there?
Yes, I did.
It sounded like a horse.
It was. Go home, Nelly.
No, the next thing on my list is body hair.
Okay.
Would you like to go there?
Sure.
That
It's
one's
not
for
like
you.
I can get away from it.
Stephanie recently told me something.
What did I
And
tell you?
I was surprised, actually.
What the fuck did I tell you? I'm swearing. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Probably because I'm so masculine.
No, you recently told me that this is the most
Oh my God.
body hair you've ever had
Ever.
in your whole life.
Ever.
Yeah.
It is, and it's fucking me up.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I think
I'm
it's
having a hard
really,
time.
I think it's an important thing to talk about.
All right. So I'm trying to work on my self-image and not be defined by my actual image and be comfortable in my natural state. So because this has always been a thing, back and forth, shave, don't shave, I panic. I used to not let you touch me if I hadn't shaved that day. Oh my God. It's so hard.
Would you shave every day
Would I?
for the most part?
No, I wouldn't shave every day, but I would shave most days. And guaranteed, like, I definitely got a little more lax as time went on with us. But when we first started, it was like I was shaved, I was buffed, I was lotioned. And, yeah, I didn't like you to do things, like certain things. We wouldn't do a lot of sexual things unless I was,
She's talking about the sex, folks.
not all the sex, but a lot of the sex.
Yeah.
A
lot of the sex stuff was off the table
it's
unless she was shaved.
shaved, wax. Like I got, like I told a funny wax story. That is not my only wax story. That was trying a different type of wax because I'm very skilled at other kind of waxing because it's just, I struggle with that really bad. So I am trying.
So this is the most hair you've ever
This
had
is
on
the
your body.
most, and
Do you want to tell the listeners where?
everywhere. Just everywhere.
everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. It's bad. You're laughing. I'm surprised you still touch me. You said you would, but
I've always said I would.
I know you're very sweet about it, but I look at myself and I get disgusted. It is so hard. I don't feel sexual. My sex drive is tanked. I don't feel sexual. I feel like I'm having body dysmorphia or whatever. I look at I see my legs because I can't, like other stuff I can just not look at. But if I'm sitting here, like I have holes in my pants and I look at my legs and I just feel like I'm looking at a man's body. And they're not quite that bad. They're not they're not as hairy as your legs, but
Not even close.
but they look like, and then my armpits, and it's just, I'm having a really hard time. So I wore a tank top once, twice. I actually did it twice.
Yeah, I remember.
I did, yeah, because you can't fucking not see it. Trying to feel a little bit like a woman.
Because you made a point about it.
Because it's so intense.
I don't see your armpit hair and then suddenly focus on it.
It's so intense. It's so intense. Like it's almost like it's breaking my heart. Like I feel I feel, and it's pissing me off that I feel this bad about myself over fucking hair.
You feel this intensely about it?
It's like, so now it's like I'm in a battle with myself. I almost shaved the other day and I'm like, fuck that. I'm not giving in. I'm not going to shave until I no longer feel like I have to.
Mm.
When I no longer feel like I have to, well, at least that's my goal. I don't know. I can't wear pants all summer, but I'm trying really hard to find peace and be okay with it before. So I've worn a tank top twice and it was hard. And I wore it the second time with, I put on a dress and it was just went to my knees and it was a tank top dress. And I was like, this is a joke. I look like a circus freak. And I don't feel that way about any other woman.
Right.
I have no issues. I don't think women should shave because society says. When I see a woman that doesn't shave, I'm not like, oh my God. It doesn't even like really register, other than that's a lie. It does register because I do have part of me that gets envious and I'm like, I wish I could be that brave.
Ah.
You know, so it does register, but it's not a judgment. It's very proud and like really envious, but not in a shitty way. Not like, you know. Anyways, so I have no problem with it, but with me, it's it's messing me up. It is messing me up so hard. And I decide, right, I'm like, I'm going to shave. And I pop my leg up and I'm like, for one, like, I don't know if I have enough razors in the house to take care of this shit. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. And I just got so sad. I'm like, I don't have to do this. I thought, now I'm going to wax it all off so it doesn't come back for a while. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. And it was sad that I'm willing to just hurt myself so much. But then, like, I wore capri sweats the other day and that was so my calves were out.
Yeah.
That fucked with me all day. I think about it all the time.
Really?
It doesn't leave my head. So I'm sad and I feel like I can't stop gaining weight and now I'm freaking hairy as all. And I'm just trying to find peace within my body. Because none of this matters. None of this is who I am. It doesn't matter. And even the people listening, they might be like, ew, you're gross. Yeah, fuck off. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. It's not about you.
Nobody's thinking.
Oh, I guarantee there are. I guarantee. I could.
I promise.
It
there's
hurts
not
my
people
heart
that
so much.
are
Like, I'm
listening and
ready to
think
start crying. Like, I'm so ashamed. I feel so bad. It's so hard. It's so stupid. But I think I can't control so many things. I can control my body hair. I can shave it off. And I don't have to worry about it. But whatever. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to feel peace. And I'm sucking at it. I feel like shit. I fucking hate it. I hate it. It's hard and it's stupid because it's body hair. Like, who cares? Who fucking cares? I do. I care a lot. I'm really embarrassed. I'm embarrassed all the time. All the time I'm embarrassed. And that's an uncomfortable feeling.
It's not bad, babe.
Yeah. So that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling.
Well, there you go. Moving on to the next topic.
All right. At least I'm saving money on water, soap, and razors. That's my contribution to our no-income house at the moment.
I can't tell you, like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I feel like it's...
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear? Like,
I mean, all the things that I tell you, all the things that I say to you about it, you hear, but you don't really hear.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And it's
I know what you mean.
It's like, I can tell you all day long, but you don't really hear it.
It's because I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
Really ashamed.
Yeah. I feel bad. I wish you weren't ashamed.
I wish I wasn't too, so I could shave already.
But it's like, why even bother? You know? I feel like in my mind, I just don't see a point to it. I just don't.
You're so nice.
I don't get it. I don't know why you would bother shaving ever again.
Well,
I think you should just let it go for the rest of your life.
you're pretty amazing.
I don't think I'm alone.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I'm sure there's plenty of people that agree with me.
I'm sure there are.
They're going to write into the podcast right now and tell you. Send us an email if you relate.
Yeah, don't send hate mail, please.
Nobody sends hate
fragile.
mail. Nobody sends hate mail. We had one fucking douche that left us a bad review on iTunes. that complained about us talking about coconut milk. And fuck
Was
you.
it coconut? Oh, I thought he was complaining about swearing. I thought he said we weren't very
He did say that.
enlightened or
He
something.
did say
'cause we're
that in
swearing.
conjunction with us drinking and we don't even drink coconut milk, motherfucker.
It's almond
So-
milk and coconut oil.
Exactly. So he
Get it
clearly
right.
wasn't even listening. He listened long enough to hear us swear and talk about coconut oil milk. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, nobody writes into the podcast to tell us negative things.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn dog.
So yeah, feeling that. Okay, what else you got?
Well,
You were back on the list.
I was on the list. Did you have anything on yours?
Oh yeah, but no, we're okay.
Dude, let's hear it.
No,
Why?
because you still had one more. It was
It's brain lighten up, and
Brain
that's
lighten
not
up.
super interesting.
We were supposed to do that one first. That was the easy one. What happened?
No, that's silly.
It's not silly.
What else was on yours?
Oh, it's just real stuff, like you said.
Let's hear it.
No,
Let's get real.
no. I'm too busy thinking
I have a real challenge for you.
Oh, another one? Because, okay. What do you got?
This is real.
Okay, let's do it.
Like,
This
I
is
just-
real?
This is
could-
real. This
okay.
isn't just me distracting and
Okay.
changing subject. This is something real
Okay.
for the month of May.
Okay.
So last year, during the month of
Are
March.
we going to not have sex
Hold
in
on,
May?
let me fucking finish my sentence
Jesus
for fuck's sake.
Christ.
Exactly, Jesus Christ. Burpity burp. For the month of May,
Mm-hmm.
because last year for the month of March, Stephanie and I abstained from sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a challenge for you and I for the month of May.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? You gotta look at me.
No. Because I'm not, you're either going to go one or two ways. You're going to say no sex, or you're going to do the challenge that I tried to do last May, but I failed at.
I don't remember what the challenge was.
Masturbation May.
Yeah. No, but okay. You're
It's a
getting me
thing.
all squirreled.
I'm sorry. Did I say masturbation?
Anyways. What I think you and I should do
Mm-hmm.
is you and I should commit to having an orgasm every single day
Jesus
in the month
fucking
of May.
Christ. I just told you my sex drive tanked.
Hence,
I'm hairy.
time
I'm
to
not turning myself on by being all hairy.
stoke the furnace.
No. I
fire
can give
the
you an
engines.
orgasm. I'll just give them to you. You're fun. I like touching you.
Well,
You're sexy.
I think that's a challenge.
You know how hard it is to have an orgasm when you're not in the mood?
I do. Actually, I do.
Yeah.
I'm very well aware of how hard that is. It's not easy.
Do you have sex with me when you're not in the mood?
Nope. Not thinking about times with you.
Okay.
Thinking about times when I'm masturbating and it's not very fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's going on here? Why am I doing this? And then you just finish and you're like, well, that was fucking a waste of time.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
An
like,
orgasm a day?
yeah.
That used to not be a bad thing. But I am not my normal sexual self.
Okay.
This is not me. My sex drive is, I just got to start shaving if you want me to fuck myself daily.
It's not just fuck yourself. I get to participate in some of those orgasms in the month of May. But I think that's the challenge, is every single day we commit to having an orgasm. Just one. If we have more, that's great. If more happen, that's awesome.
Can we build up a bank? Like if I have 5 in one day? Because some
Nope.
days I can just
Nope.
rock it out. If I have
Nope.
5, does it count?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Gotta have at least one. And it's gotta be legit too.
Sometimes.
Sometimes what?
Well, if they're legit, then you're going to have to give me an orgasm a day because you give me the best orgasm. You give me legit orgasms.
No. You're gonna get the chance to explore.
I know how to do it.
You get to go deep sea diving.
What does that mean, motherfucker?
I absolutely love the look on your face in that
Do you?
moment. Those words came out of my mouth too quickly. And I tried grabbing them right at the end before they got out. I'm like, no, don't let that one come out. And it slipped right through my fingertips as it flowed out of my mouth. And then the immediate response was what I knew was coming. And I'm very grateful that it did because it was funny.
Okay.
Are you up for the challenge?
I can't think of. I told you this the other day. I have no idea the last time last time I masturbated was probably the last time I shaved.
Okay. Well, guess what? It's not May yet. We got
good.
like a week or more, or we got a few days.
I don't feel sexy.
That's the whole purpose of this stuff.
I feel gross with myself. I'm not happy right now.
Me neither.
I don't feel like touching.
Me neither.
Okay.
But that's the purpose of it.
All right.
What do you think? We
I
don't have
don't
to
know.
do it. It's just an idea.
That's an idea. Well, I might not accomplish it, but
Me
how are we
neither.
supposed to keep track? Are we going to do like little like marbles in a jar or something?
Let's do like
What should,
calendar
okay.
things.
What should be?
We'll mark it on the calendar.
Let's give ourselves some incentive.
I'm
Not a competition, but
the orgasm a day isn't enough.
oh my God, I'm in trouble.
That's pretty good incentive.
It is good incentive.
You're like,
I'm
we
in
need
trouble. I don't have a sex drive anymore. Oh
we
my
need
God.
an incentive for this.
Okay, this is bad. This isn't funny. This is actually sad. I am
It's
not
kinda
myself. No, it's not.
You are yourself.
I'm clearly not myself.
I think you are.
This is not the way I do things.
Hence the challenge. We can come up with another
I am
incentive.
So sad. No, because the fact that I want an incentive just tells me how deep in this pit of fucking despair I am.
You're doing better than you think.
Yep, it's obvious.
Just like me.
Yeah. Okay.
You too are practicing the guitar every day.
Well, yeah, kind of. I'm doing good. I'm improving a lot. I fucking love it. I'm really, really enjoying that.
Me too.
It's like, I'm really, really enjoying that. It helps so much.
I was
really helps.
I was thinking today about people. Excuse me, because I know some people that play the guitar.
Do you?
And I'm like, because now I'm at the point, and we've only been playing for I've only been playing for like a month. And I'm like, I'm fairly certain I'm going to do this the rest of my life, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, the people that I thought about somebody that I know that plays the guitar, or I think they play the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, do they still play the guitar? Like maybe they don't find time to play the guitar. And I can kind of get like not finding time, but then at the same time, I'm like, hello, like there's always a good time to play the fucking guitar.
Well, we're also stuck at home and don't have jobs right now, so that frees up our day a little bit.
We've got some free time on our hands.
Yeah.
But no, it is a good thing.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's has helped me so much.
Yeah.
Mother, I think there's I'm trying not to say motherfucker. Fucking gnats. I think they're still here.
They are, dear. They haven't gone anywhere. She's got one in her ear, folks.
It's not funny.
If you're from Utah, you feel our pain. If you're not from Utah, don't visit. Because there's gnats here.
We went to a place. We went to a watering hole. And I don't know. I'm probably not on the mic. That's fine. Because I had to we went to a watering hole that was massively infested with gnats. And we went on a little walk adventure.
Yeah. We went exploring today out in the middle of the West Desert.
And I had the best time.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
It was wonderful.
It was fucking horrible. It was so funny.
I had such a good time. I honestly had such a good time.
I'm glad.
There were spiders, and they were scary, and they're running. I'm like, they're going to get my pants.
There was
a
lot of spiders.
There was a lot of spiders. There was a lot of gnats. And I'm like, I don't know if you, not too many people, I don't think anybody listening really knows me. A few of you might. But spiders are not. That's my end game right there. We are not friends. And I was like, here we go. And by the way, I was in baggy bottom pants and flip-flops running through the bush covered with, the bush covered with spiders. And I had a great day. But I'm done with the gnats.
It's brush and brioche combined.
It's brush and panic.
It's cheesy brush.
It's like, fuck this. There's spiders. And I'm like, oh, God, they're recluses. I know it.
My favorite part was when this wonderful 13-year-old boy that we have in this house decided, keep in mind, so I'm going to paint a picture for everybody. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's these natural springs that come up, and they're kind of somewhat pretty, but they're also kind of like gross.
It's kind of garbagey.
Yeah,
but
natural spring, swampy looking stuff.
Beautiful swamp garbage.
Yeah, and we start walking around them, and there's trails, and then eventually there's not trails. And imagine you're a 13-year-old boy,
everywhere.
And your dad is taking you on this adventure, and you get to a point in the process of traveling where you can't see because gnats have swollen your eyes shut. And they're inside your ears and inside your mouth and your nose, and they're continuing nonstop.
You think we're joking. We're not joking.
And then you decide to yourself, you're like, it's time to go back to the van. So you drop everything that you're carrying and you decide to throw a fit. And when you stop moving, the gnats just swarm more. And so in the middle of nowhere, he decides, I'm done. I'm done. I'm glad you're fucking done, son. But that doesn't change the fact that we gotta fucking move.
The only reason we kept going the way you were going is because you were stubborn and you wanted to...
The only reason we kept going the way that we were going is because I was looking for a place for my wife to pee.
Oh.
That was the only reason why we were going the way that we were going.
Well, why didn't we go back after I finally was like, I just told
'Cause at
Asher,
that
don't
point-
look at me, boy, and drop the pants.
By the time you peed, we had already gone far enough that we might as well just fucking make a loop and go back.
But there was no loop.
I know.
There was no loop.
I kept looking for
Craig.
the other
There
end.
was no loop.
It was a nightmare. Folks,
I
we
had
survived.
So much. Ooh, I think I got sunburn on my
I think
hole
you got
on my
fucking
knee.
gnat bites.
I had so much fun, Craig. I
Mhm.
had so much fun. It was horrible in the best way.
Yeah.
I had so much fun. I laughed.
It was one of
I
those fun
laughed so
adventures.
much.
You're itching your head of all
I
the gnat
know.
bites.
I don't know how. That's not me either. I don't know how I found fun and love in that.
Out in
But
the
I
middle of a
was
swamp.
in the middle of a swamp. I was
That's
having
what this
so much
fucking
fun.
quarantine's doing. You're like, what would you rather do? Oh, let's go to a fucking gnat-infested fucking swamp.
Masturbate or die? Let's go die.
Masturbate or die. Are you down for the Big O May?
I don't know. We'll give it a shot.
Let's call
Masturbation May?
it that. No, it's not just masturbation, Stephanie. I will give you orgasms.
Oh, you're going to give them to me?
And I want some from you as well.
Oh, I can do that.
It's not just solely by yourself.
I thought we were talking about Masturbation May.
No, the challenge is just one a day. It doesn't matter how it comes.
Oh, yeah, I'm good with that. Let's do that.
Yeah. But
Let's ring in. That's, yeah,
mind you,
that's my birthday month. We're going to ring in. It's
exactly.
Frisky 40. It's fucking 40.
There you go.
We're going to fuck my way through my 40s.
Keep in mind, I'm not giving you one every day, though.
Why not?
Because that's not the way it works.
I'm on board with that plan, though.
There's
I'll
gonna
give
be
you
some
one
days,
a day.
Well, I doubt it.
Excuse me?
Because
your numbers are seriously dropping. Keep talking.
it looks like it's masturbation May for me. No, that's not the point. The point is just an orgasm. It doesn't matter how it comes.
I would like it to come from you.
Well, some of them will, and some of them won't. But it's up to you because you need one a day. Only one. If there's more, that's great. We can have more.
Well, don't be pissed off when I'm spending another day in bed, the door's locked, and all you hear is bzzz. Because I want to save my wrist for my guitar. Okay?
All you hear is buzz. That's very cute.
It's not a lie.
What else, babe?
Fuck, I don't know, Craig. I think I've said fuck on this podcast, this episode, more than... Are you
Keep
trying to
talking.
get a picture of our sweet dog?
Mm-hmm.
More than all the other podcasts combined. This will be the time that lovely review will decide to give us another try to see if we heeded his and be like, oh, my ears are bleeding.
Yeah, we've got our wonderful 14-year-old dog.
Hi, look at how cute she is. Look what she's doing.
Are you excited for the
Oh, hello.
video episodes?
Yeah. I am not excited, but I am excited about what gets you excited, and I'm
I don't
excited
know why
to
we're
support you.
doing it.
We're doing this because you had the idea. You thought it was a good idea, and you said let's do it. And as normal, I'm like, okay, babe, let's do your idea.
Like literally nobody has reached out and said, hey, we want a video recording of your episodes.
Because I love supporting you.
But in my head, I'm like, this is a good idea.
It might be.
I don't think it is.
This is what they're gonna see. I'm gonna have a beer in every episode because that's what happened. That's the habit I picked up during the quarantine. I started drinking.
We have 170. We got 170 subscribers to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So they will now be able to watch video podcasts.
Do you think those numbers are going to continue to go up, or you think they're going to start going down?
Suddenly we start losing subscribers. No, it's consistently gone up. So yeah.
Well, I'm excited. Hi.
I'm pretty
Can
sure
you not hit the mic, sweetheart? Can you go? Yes, that poll was there.
I'm pretty sure we are a YouTube sensation.
I think we are. Angel, go. Oh my God, you're a dork. Go. I love you. Go. Look at her. She's like.
Do you want to grab anything else from your list?
I'll see. I haven't Oh, God. I haven't added to the list in a while. I have a lot of things that I'm going to talk about, but we don't have time today. But
You don't want to get into any of them today?
What can we get into? Hold on. You know something weird that happened? I don't know what changed, but I had a shitload of notifications that, excuse me, oh my goodness, that,
We're doing nothing but burping in this episode.
that's what it is, that were, Facebook found pictures of me that other people have posted. Like, tag yourself in this photo. You might be in this photo. And it was like years back.
Really?
And I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know if I can find.
Facebook's so fucking weird.
It was so weird.
Do you remember that live video? So the other day we watched a Facebook Live with Zuckerberg, and he looks...
I didn't watch it. You showed me a clip of it.
He looks really fucking weird. He totally looks like an android.
Let's see if I can.
Do you remember
find
Data
it.
from Star Trek?
Yes.
That's what Mark Zuckerberg looks like. He looks like a redheaded Data. He looks fucking weird, babe.
He does. I don't even know how to find this. How did it like popped up? And I don't even know how to like photos maybe.
I wish we could just do like an episode of you trying to figure out your phone. It'd be so funny.
I can't find it because it's just weird. But it was like, you know how when you have to approve a post when somebody
when somebody tags you or something.
it was
like
there. Somebody did that and I had to approve it. And there's times that I don't even get those notifications. So then I'll get one and then find posts that are like from 6 months back. And so I clicked on that and then it was like photos that you might be tagged in. It was pictures of me in Sedona. It was pictures of like tons. Most of them were from you. But it was like, how is that possible? And then it was like, should I tag myself? Like, they didn't tag me. I probably shouldn't be like, hey, stranger, do you remember this person? Like, I photobombed you. I'm going to tag myself. But it was weird. It was weird. Let's see. What else can we talk about?
I have a question for you real quick. Are you ready?
Yep.
Have you heard of the term? Because we've got a bunch of new terms that are coming out of this pandemic.
Okay.
First off, pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's not a new term.
That's not new. Yeah.
Hold on, put your phone down.
I was looking at my list. Okay, what?
Did you have something on it?
I have a lot of things on it.
Let's hear them.
No, what's the new term?
Herd immunity.
Yes, I have I've heard herd immunity.
You've heard that term?
I have heard that term for the first time like 2 days ago, and it was from the Utah State Health Department.
What did they say?
That is the way.
Cocksuckers.
Oh.
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
That's the way that you really get to the part where you can start once we have herd immunity, and it's like, I think it's like 80 to 90% of the population. It's crazy numbers. When
60.
60%. They said 60. Okay, well, that's not what I heard at first, but maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. And that comes from immunization. It comes from people that have had it and now have the antibodies, or will get it and be the low carriers. And so when we have more of that, then people can start to resume life as normal once we have herd immunity. So the majority of the people are now immune to the virus. So it's not taking out the majority, which is not taking out the majority anyways.
No, numbers are way less than they originally thought.
But that's just in Utah.
It's not just in Utah.
Are you sure?
I listened to something today. Now, granted, you can't trust anything that you listen to or watch anymore.
No, everything's...
Because everything's contradicting
crazy.
Itself, and everybody has a different opinion.
Yeah. Did Trump tell us to drink bleach?
Yes, and we started.
No, but like there was a thing about that. I'm like, there's no way that he really said that.
He really did, though.
There's no way.
Think about it.
There's no way. I won't watch stuff. If he's talking, I won't watch. I'll wait for the corrections to come out. Because
he's a very smart man. No, the video that I was watching today was talking about how essentially we have enough big numbers where, like, for example, New York State, not just city, but New York State itself has tested 650,000 people.
Yeah.
So they've gone through and tested 650,000 people. And for example, these numbers aren't accurate. None of this information is true. Don't but in that circumstance, let's say 20,000 of them have tested positive.
I feel like that's a low number.
Correct. Let's start over. So New York City has tested 650,000 people.
Do you want me to Google it?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm not going to be able to remember any of these figures at this time.
That's okay. Ballparks.
Basically, such a small number of people are actually dying from this.
Yes.
Such a small number of people.
Which is fantastic.
It is. It's wonderful.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. But the whole idea behind it's literally from what it's looking like with the numbers. And it's not just the United States. It's not just New York, but they're looking at all these other countries that have tested and things like that.
Yeah.
It's holding
Spain
relative.
got like crazy. Italy.
Spain, same thing. They reference Spain. Spain is now number 2, I think, in the world. It's the same number of, like, it's the same percentage-wise, where it's like we test this many people, and it's holding true consistently, where it's like if we test 50 million people, only, 0.0015% of those people are actually going to die from it.
Yeah.
Everybody else, let's say 50 million people get it, 90% recovery rates. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not much different than the flu that we deal with and experience every fucking year. Now, like I said, none of this information you can trust. Don't get your news source from the Energy is Love podcast unless it's about the universe.
This is not fact. I will say that.
Yeah. But that's some of the shit that I was watching today.
So there's part of me, I go so hard, Craig. I flip. Shut up.
Especially in the month of May.
Shut up.
Go ahead.
Shut up. It took me a long time to get scared. The media had to work really hard, and they did. It took me a long time before I was like, okay, now you got my attention.
Now you're scared.
Now I'm scared. It took me a long time to get here. I was very much like, it's the flu.
Yeah.
For those of you that are susceptible to the flu, it is the same. Be careful. Don't
home.
get the flu. Obviously, it's the same thing, and it sucks because our pandemic is those that have a weakened immune system. They do this every year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty shitty. We're sitting here like, oh my God, this sucks. We're like, yeah, this is my normal life. Except for now, you guys are scared. It took me a while to get scared, but I'm scared. And there's people that are kind about that. And then there's people that are cruel about that.
Am I being cruel?
No, you are not being cruel.
Okay.
You have had kind of like moments of, but you're not being cruel. There are people that are cruel about it. No, not to me, because I won't put myself out there that much. But that you're a part of the herd, you're part of the problem. People need to be out there. You're just falling. Like they basically attack you for being stupid. If you're afraid, you're like, oh, that makes it better. Thank you. Yes. Now I'm stupid and afraid. I'm not afraid of dying.
Is that the next season of Naked and Afraid?
Oh.
How funny would that be?
That'd be funny.
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm a little drunk. Go ahead.
Are you? Well, yeah. I'm on my second. There's a few more cans.
She's looking at all the beer on the grass.
I don't like falling into media. I don't like falling into fear. I choose to not do that. But it got me. And I'm scared. I don't think that if I catch it, I'm going to die. I don't think if you catch it, you're going to die. I don't think if our kids catch it, they're going to die. Thank God. But every time I'm like, when I took off my mask a day, because I'll wear it in Twila. I don't wear it in Solberg's, and I should, but I'll wear it in Twila when there's more people. I don't know why. I'm also embarrassed to wear it, which
How
is
funny
stupid.
Is that, right?
But if I took it off and then I walked past an old man that was wearing it and I held my breath and I got out of the way and I thought, I am so sorry that I took it off right there for you. I'll see elderly couples in the store that don't have that. And it's like, I don't know if I'm carrying it, right? But I know that when I'm walking next to somebody that wouldn't do well with having the flu, regardless, I don't want to risk giving it to them. It may just be the flu, but it's a nasty flu.
Yeah.
It's taking people, it is attacking, it's filling their lungs with fluid. It's scary. It's a nasty flu. So yeah, it's bad. And I don't want to think that because I have the luxury of walking around and being young enough and being healthy enough that I really don't have to be afraid of it. I may be out for a couple of weeks as opposed to a couple of quarantine months. But I'm not going to say, well, because I don't have to worry about it, that your life doesn't matter to me. and I'm not going to follow these rules, and I'm not going to pay attention to this, and I'm not going to try and keep you safe because it doesn't affect me. No, your life matters because there's a lot of people that love you. I may not know you, but I can, no, I'm not going to risk people's lives, and you don't know. It's easy to see if you walk next to somebody that is old. Yeah, I didn't use the proper terms. Old. Yeah, you old people. If you walk next to them.
Is there a proper term for old people?
Yeah, elderly. Because that doesn't piss them off.
Elderly makes them sound
geriatric.
In my mind, when I hear elderly, I think of like weak and like hobbling around with a cane or a walker.
Yeah.
You just say old people. I'm like, yeah, fucking old people.
Okay, so old people.
They're still
Or
killing
if you're
it.
walking next to somebody with oxygen, or you're walking next to somebody, like sometimes you can see it, but all the people out there that you cannot see. And then what about the people out there that not only can you not see it on, that would suffer, but that go home that have a baby that's hooked up to oxygen, they're trying to keep their kid alive, and they have to go to the store and risk these things. Like, fuck that. I am not going to think that I'm so goddamn special and above the media that I'm not going to try and protect them. Nope.
You know what I love?
What?
I love how much, like, I think it just speaks so clearly to the state, not the state, but like,
You're going to make fun of me.
I'm not going to make fun of you at all. I'm not talking
Okay.
about you specifically. I'm thinking about like the debate about whether masks are useful or not, right?
They help you not give it to somebody else.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves. That's what we think.
I hope.
That's right.
I fucking hope.
Who knows? I don't
Yeah.
know. There's not a consistent thing that comes out. And the other thing too is like, I was thinking about just the masks specifically. It's not unusual to travel and see people from other countries wearing masks.
It is for me. I don't
outside of this
travel.
time
I go to
period.
Solberg's. You travel the world.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not uncommon to watch people in the airport walking around with masks on. Typically, they're not from America. They're from other countries. But that's not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's really funny that what I'm talking about is the uniqueness of the United States and how we fucking, like we won't trust anything.
We're selfish.
We're selfish. We look at everything as like fake news or bullshit or the media trying to feed us garbage of this, that, or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas other parts of the country are like, hey, motherfuckers, we're locking down and you can't come out. And they're like, okay. And then they like stay inside. Whereas opposed to here, they're like, well, maybe you should not leave your house. And we're like, fuck that. We're leaving our houses, bitches.
Yeah.
And we're not wearing masks and we're doing all this other stuff. I just think it's funny. I just love America.
Do you know what else I've seen? When you think of all the people that are ranting about how stupid it is to fall into the media, to fall into the fear, what is the demographic of those people that are saying how we should, they're protesting the quarantine. They're protesting social distancing. What are all those people? What do they look like?
I don't know. I'm excited to hear.
You're
your
excited to
answer.
hear? Are you seeing any sick? Are you seeing any elderly? Are you seeing anybody out there with...
I'm seeing rich white men.
Okay, don't be a dick. You're seeing young, healthy people that are being fucking entitled. You're not seeing people that... You don't see healthcare workers out there saying, you're right, this is stupid. You don't see somebody that can be taken out by this. You don't see anybody other than the privileged that don't have to worry about it out there saying how stupid it is. Shut up. If you get somebody out there in a wheelchair with oxygen saying it's not that big of a deal, I might be like, okay. If you give me some doctors and some healthcare workers that are saying you guys are taking it a little too far, maybe I'll listen. But until then, you're like, no, I'm fine. I want to go party. Okay. Shut up.
Okay, baby.
I may be a little upset about. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm going off on a little rant. No, because I always feel stupid when I do this.
Don't feel stupid. We're just done. We got to wrap up. We got to go eat and feed that 13-year-old boy that we love dearly and that we're still technically supposed to take care of. I do love him. Don't feel dumb. We're done.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't think you're stupid if you're not afraid. I think it's great. But I think it's messed up too. Like, don't take other people's life for granted because yours is safe.
Yeah. We'll see. Tune in next week.
Yeah.
Next week is our first official video podcast that we'll be doing. So not only will you be able to listen as normal, nothing will change if you're listening to us on Spotify, But if you'd like, you can jump over to our YouTube channel and watch us
Maybe.
fumble through correct, maybe, who knows. But we're going to attempt to fumble through a video podcast so that you can watch it. All of it, the whole thing, the whole fucking thing. An hour plus long episode of the podcast watching us by our lilac bushes in our backyard, drinking coffee. Hopefully the people fucking want it. I love you, baby.
I love you too. You think I'm doing better than you? And I'm like, what? I spent like 3 days in bed.
You're
It's a
getting me
thing.
all squirrel.
I'm sorry. Did I say masturbation? Everywhere. Just everywhere.
everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere.
Do you need another beer?
No. I guess. I don't know.